Harishchandra Pitale. There was a gentleman by name Harishchandra Pitale in Mumbai. He had a son who suffered from epilepsy. He tried many allopathic and Ayurvedic physicians, but there was no cure. There remained only one way of remedy, viz., resorting to the saints. It has been stated in chapter that Das Ganu, by his imitable and splendid kirtans, spread the fame of Sai Baba in the Mumbai presidency. Mr. Pitale heard some of these kirtans in 1910 and learned from the kirtans and others that Baba, with his touch and mere glance, cured many incurable diseases. Then a desire arose in his mind to see Sai Baba, making all preparations and taking offerings and fruit baskets. Mr. Pitale came to Shirdi with wife and children. He then went to the masjid with them, prostrated himself before Baba, and placed his sick son at Baba's feet. No sooner did Baba see the child than an untoward thing happened. The son immediately rolled his eyes and fell down senseless. His mouth began to foam, and his whole body began to perspire profusely, and it seemed as if he was breathing his last. Seeing this, the parents became very nervous and upset. The boy used to get such feats very often, but this feat seemed to persist long. Tears began to flow ceaselessly from the mother's eyes, and she began to wail that her condition was like that of a person who, being afraid of the robbers, ran into a house which collapsed on him, or like a cow fearing a tiger, ran into the hands of a butcher, or like a traveler who, being tormented by the heat of the sun, went to take refuge under a tree which fell upon him, or like a devout person going for worship into a temple which collapsed upon him. Baba comforted her, saying, "Do not wail like this. Wait a bit. Have patience. Take the boy to your lodgings. He will come to his senses within half an hour." They did as directed by Baba and found that his words came true. As soon as he was taken into the Vada, the boy recovered, and all the Pitale family and others were very happy, and all their doubts disappeared. Then Mr. Pitale went with his wife to see Baba and prostrated himself before him, very humbly and respectfully, and sat shampooing his legs and mentally thanking Baba for his kind help. Baba then smilingly said, "Have not all your thoughts, doubts, and apprehensions calmed down now? Hurry, Lord will protect him who has got faith and patience." Mr. Pitale was a rich and well to go gentleman. He distributed sweetmeats on a large scale and offered to Baba excellent fruits and pan, betel leaves. Mrs. Pitale was a very pious lady, simple, loving, and faithful. She used to sit near the post, gazing at Baba with tears of joy flowing down from her eyes. Seeing this amicable and loving nature, Baba was much pleased with her. Like gods, saints are always dependent on their devotees, who surrender and worship them with their heart and soul. After passing some happy days in Baba's company, the Pitale family came to the masjid to take Baba's leave to depart. Baba gave them udi and blessings and called Mr. Pitale close to him and said, "Bapu, I had given you rupees 2 before, and now I give you rupees 3. Keep this in your shrine for worship, and you will be benefited." Mr. Pitale accepted these as prasad, prostrated himself again before Baba, and prayed for his blessings. A thought arose in his mind that, as this was his first visit to Shirdi, he could not understand what Baba meant when he said that he had given rupees 2 previously. He was curious to have this mystery solved, but Baba kept silent. When Mr. Pitale returned to Mumbai, he narrated to his old mother all that had happened at Shirdi and the mystery about Baba's giving him rupees 2 earlier. The mother also did not understand the mystery, but thinking seriously about this, she was reminded of an old incident which solved the mystery. She said to her son, as you as you now went to Sai Baba with your son, so had your father done when he took you to Akalkot for the darshan of the Maharaj there many years ago. That Maharaj was also a Siddha, perfect yogi, omniscient and gracious. Your father was devout and his worship was accepted. He then gave your father rupees 2 for being kept in the shrine and worshipped. Your father worshipped them till his death, but thereafter the worship was neglected and the rupees were lost. After some years, the memory of these 2 rupees also disappeared. And now you are very fortunate. The Akalkot Maharaj has appeared to you in the form of Sai Baba, just to remind you of your duties and worship to ward off all dangers. Now beware henceforth. Leave all doubts and bad thoughts. Follow your ancestors and go on worshipping the family gods and the rupees and take pride in the blessing of the saints. Sai Samartha has kindly revived the spirit of bhakti in you. Cultivate it to your benefit. Hearing the remarks of the mother, Mr. Pitali was very much delighted. He came to know and was convinced about all the pervasiveness of Baba and the significance of his darshan. Then onwards, he became very careful about his conduct. Harishchandra Pitali.